You're welcome. Beard dye has been so imperative when it comes to my transition. So as a lot of you know, naturally I'm a blonde and I usually shave my head bald and I have very light eyebrows. In fact, usually they're even lighter than this, so much so you can barely see them. Right now I'm in the awkward stage because I'm just growing out my beard and I used to like do a lineup, so I look a little bit like Eddie Munster. But just to illustrate how important, like, beard dye and, like, makeup techniques, how important they were on my journey and still are. This is a picture of me during the first year of my transition. And I would get, like, really frustrated at times, because I'd see dudes who were on T for, like, a lot less, time than me. And they'd have, like, full beards. Like, my husband, he grew a beard, like, it felt like overnight. But my genetics just weren't having it. I'm blonde. People in my family, the men in my family, don't really have a lot of facial hair. So I just figured it's the luck of the draw. I'm just not going to pass all the time. It's just life. And then I discovered beard dye. Look at the difference. I don't even really have a lot of facial hair, but just dyeing what I had in that like moment, it created like a 5 o'clock shadow. Look how much better I pass. Look at that. Look at that. I have a whole video on this, but recently I decided that I wanted to kind of, really put myself first and try living authentically as me again. And I have a whole thing on it. I won't get too into it because it's not what the video is about. But no, seriously, beard dye has literally, it just absolutely, this is going to sound funny, but it was transformative to my transition. So here's something else I want to show. So this is pretty much almost the extent of the facial hair I get. I mean, I've only grown it out for maybe like 6 months at a time, and that took 6 months or so. Like, that's the extent of my facial hair. It is not a lot. But with techniques I use with makeup, with like just a bunch of stuff, like I get it to look like this. And I have a lot of other trans men say to me, like, but aren't you afraid that like people will notice it's not real up close? And there have been times where I have done a shoddy job at my beard. But no, I'm not, because it creates an illusion where like you can still see the facial hair. I'll show you up close. By the way, this isn't a mugshot. My bad. This isn't a mugshot. Look it up close. If you looked up close, it looks like a beard. It looks like a little fucking neck beard. Like, it's a little, but it's there. It looks real. I literally haven't been on T in like probably 3 or 4 years. And, I don't get a whole lot of facial hair anyways. But, utilizing makeup and having the ability to darken my facial hair has given me the ability to pass. And I am like forever grateful for that. And just because I'm like realistic, this is an example of when I think my beard isn't really up to par, because you can kind of tell it's makeup. Like if somebody knew a lot about makeup, they'd know, oh, that looks kind of like airbrushy or like blended. Like you can kind of tell. And I still look hot as shit. I still look hot as shit, and I still pass. So, so goal accomplished. But yes, I totally agree with this comment, and I'll keep talking about it because it really has been such a great tool in my transition and everything, and I'm very grateful for it.